Well, welcome to the Matters of the Heart broadcast. This is Bishop Rosie O'Neill, and I want to say thank you to everybody that has been showing us so much love and support in this last week. Today, we wanted, my church family and myself, to offer an official, formal, and final response to the news story from last week. You know, our broadcast is called Matters of the Heart, and I have lived in Greenville and Winterville, the eastern North Carolina sect, for 41 years. This thing is personal to me. I love our community. So today, it really is a matter of the heart. Now regarding the home in question. This is the product of a 31-year vision. It was almost 32 years ago when God spoke to me to build a place for pastors, missionaries, and leaders where they could come and be refreshed, find respite and peace, and get what they needed to move forward in their call. In fact, I used to work at Burroughs Welcome right here in Greenville, and I mean, it's been 30-some years ago, and one of the ladies that I worked with named Susan, she said, "Rosie, I remember when you told me about that." See, this isn't something new. The news story said they uncovered it, but it was never hidden. The home is registered in the church name. Watch this. And our members have heard about it for 3 decades, but we had to wait until we had the right resources, the land, and the right builder. We always have known it would serve as the parsonage because what God called us to do was to offer both biblical and episcopal love and hospitality to those who are hurting. Here's the deal, y'all. If you've ever been a caregiver, right? If you've ever had to care for a parent, maybe aging parent or sick parent or grandparent, or if you have any differently able that you've had to care for, maybe you're a social worker or a teacher, or you work in some industry where you have to care for people all the time. You know that there is an exhaustion that can hit you it's confusing, it's frustrating, it paralyzes you to some degree. I believe it's Vince Lombardi that made this statement, famous for it. Fatigue makes cowards of us all. And there are times when we just need some place to refresh ourselves. And that's what God called this home to be. You may remember, I guess it's been about 7 years ago, we started seeing so many pastors committing suicide, y'all. Just allowing spiritual leaders getting under so much pressure they couldn't take it. And then you saw a resurgence of that during COVID. So many people, it garnered the attention of the nation. You even saw places, foundations and endowments, such as the Lilly Foundation, gave millions and millions of dollars so that pastors and leaders could take sabbaticals or go to ministry retreat centers. Now, no, nothing negative that I would ever say about a ministry retreat center, but that's not how God gave it to us. He told us, bring them into the home. Offer them their own privacy, their own place, but they also have the ability to feel family and feel peace and have the ministry that they need to get back up and go get it done again. Do you know at the time of this recording, we've been in the house for about 11 months. We have already had over 35 pastors and missionaries to stay with us, many of whom, y'all, have cried in gratitude for a safe place to come and be refreshed. I want you to hear from just a couple of them.
For me, the past 6 years have been incredibly challenging. In 2019, my husband and I made the difficult decision to close our church. 2021, we cared for my mother with pancreatic cancer in our home while my father battled dialysis. My father then transitioned in May of 2023, and my mother in May of 2024. So you can imagine, through those tumultuous times, the refuge offered by Bishop Rosie O'Neill at the ministry house was nothing short of a divine blessing.
From the time we stepped foot through the door, we were greeted with so much hospitality, so much kindness, so much generosity, it was overwhelming, really, to be treated as well as we were treated when we went.
I can personally testify that I don't know where I would have been without those precious moments, just to steal away, to rest and be refreshed.
To be able to just sit and laugh and share stories and share life and be encouraged and be refreshed. We don't see things like that very often, and it was such a privilege for us to be able to go and experience that.
You know, we not only left there physically rested, but spiritually rested. She ministered to us while we were there, and I so appreciate that.
She's not only focused on her church, but she loves her community, she loves the kingdom, and she gives everything that she's got to see it promoted and to see it go forward.
Okay, so that's the who, what, and why of it all. So I just want to say special love and heartfelt thanks to everybody that has stood with us and knew that we were doing what we were called to do and nothing more. I want to say thank you to everybody that has watched all of these years. And listen, very important, I want to leave you with this. I'm praying God's best for your life. I'm praying that God would continue to move for you. But in a world where we can be anything, why don't we be kind? Because really, as our broadcast reminds us, it's a matter of the heart. I love you.